Good morning, everybody. Turn on your screens, we want to see your faces for a minute. Hey, hey. So beautiful you are. So beautiful you are. Let there be peace in my mind. Let there be peace in my heart. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Oh, Shanti, oh, 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 Shanti, oh. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my heart, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, 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 Om. Om Shanti, Om. Oh, Shanti, oh.
Good morning. And now we will introduce
Mr. Anthony Portlow.
Thank you, Kev. And good morning, everyone. Welcome to OCSL. A big muted microphone shout out to Kev Choice and Frank Lookman, our amazing, amazing musicians. Thank you guys for taking us to that 5 years ago vibration spirituality, which we all need and enjoy and get inspiration from. I'm exactly proud of the members of the church. And all you do spirituality, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nurture us, uplift us, and celebrate. You know, I read that right now, so you hear from all our husbands, these classes, where we teach spiritual principles and practices that nurture us, celebrate. That's what's we are this Zoom call, given this special join us for the first time. Checking with us whether you're watching this after Sunday or whenever. We appreciate your support and checking in with us. Please send an email to Constance. She is our administrative coordinator, and her email address is Constance at Oakland CSL. That's all one word, at oaklandcsl.org. And in order to maintain a sacred atmosphere this morning, we invite you to please make sure that your Zoom microphone and your video are muted. It helps the bandwidth, by the way. So we're going to take this next moment to honor our children and bless our children. I don't know if we have a slide for this. I forget. Yes, it's coming. There it is. We honor all our youth and children in our community and the world. We love you. We see you. You are Spirit's gift to us. Thank you for being in our lives. And so it is. All right, a couple of announcements this morning. Next Wednesday, September 15th, the amazing and legendary Reverend Tony Bradford, who you're going to hear in a few minutes, will be speaking on our monthly theme of facing the feelings. If you haven't been tuning in on the Wednesday nights, you're missing out. This subject, facing the feelings, is quite an amazing topic, and we've had these different speakers talk about it, and it's like a different facet on a diamond. So please show up. Do it if you can, if it's not a schedule conflict. Meditation is at 6:30, and then so service at 7. Get the Zoom call information on our website. You go to the website. There's even a password to get into the Wednesday night, just as there is for the Sunday morning service. Okay, then this the slide here talks about my next announcement, which is about the classes. Next Wednesday, this is the last week to register for fall classes. Actually, classes start tomorrow night. As you can see, the date is September 14th. But we will take late registration. My announcement says we're making a decision, but I think the decision has been made. Make sure to sign up today. Reverend Jeff encouraged you to take a class during this time, and it's true. I took a class back in September that went through June, and it was wonderful to feel connected. In addition to learning new spiritual principles, I made a bunch of new friends, and in this time of shelter in place and our social activities closed down by so much, a church class really is more than just connection, it's inspiration at the same time. So if it calls you, please sign up. Reverend Sally Bartholomew and Reverend Tony Bradford have teamed up to bring you 2 new certified 5-week classes. Live Your Best Life, which is start tomorrow night. Practical Applied Spirituality, exactly for times like this. Starts again September 14th, tomorrow night. This class is open to everyone. Then starting October 19th, Magnetize Your Life. Use applied spirituality to fill your life to the brim with good. And that begins, and it runs for 5 weeks. And this is a foundational course, the one called Live Your Best Life. A foundational course, Live Your Best Life, Foundations Beyond Limits, is a prerequisite for this class. Reverend Sally and Reverend Tony are offering special pricing. One class is $200. Take both for $275. Refer a friend for 40% off. Registration information on the class page is on the classes page of our website. Go to activities, I think calendar. And I'm going to turn this over to Reverend Sally. She has additional information about the registration of this class.
Thanks, Anthony. I just want to let you know that tomorrow night, as you said, we will be starting the class. And if you're on the fence about joining the class, come on in, click on the Zoom link that's available on the calendar and events page to check us out. I think you'll find that you want to stay and go through this class with both Reverend Tony and I, and we'll also have Reverend Jeff and Reverend Jerry dropping in once in a while. So check us out. I think it'll be well worth your time. Thanks.
And Tony, Anthony, before you get back in, I just want to make a correction. The information about getting into the class is on the classes page under education. It's not on the events page.
Okay.
So I don't want you to get lost, but I will I will post a Zoom link there tomorrow, so you can get in there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Constance, and thank you, Reverend Sally. Yeah, we want to make this as efficient as possible. Next thing we're going to announce is the 75th. We've been announcing this for a while, and it's coming in early October. This year is the 75th anniversary of the signing of the charter for our spiritual center, a historical event, obviously. There are currently 2 ways to celebrate during the pandemic. First, be part of the 75th anniversary video. Submit a 2-minute video to Zoe DeMuro. Zoe led, for those of you who don't know, Zoe led the meditation this morning, if you were here for the meditation. Or contact Zoe and he'll video you on Zoom. Or if you don't have a computer with a camera, Zoe can record for you. So there are ways to do this. And we're trying to get as many as possible. I think recently he said he's got like 20 so far. So in other words, don't let anything discourage you. It can be done. You'll get help if you're kind of a little bit of technophobe. We will help. Just reach out, by all means, please. Deadline for that video is September 16th. That would make that Wednesday. And Zoe's email address is zoedemuro@gmail.com, ZODEMURO@gmail.com. And then the second part to celebrate the 75th anniversary is the celebration parade on October 3rd. We're going to watch a little video here by Janine Perry giving us information about that.
Hello, Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Janine Perry, and I'm here to deliver some very important information. Our center is celebrating 75 years. And how are we supposed to do that during a pandemic? Well, we have decided to hold a party and a parade in the parking lot. Now, this is not any parade. It's a matter of coming and staying in your car and enjoying the parade in a safe way. So this is October 3rd, Saturday. It will be starting at 11 a.m. and at your convenience between 11 a.m. and 1, we would like you to come and be a part of this celebration. Our legacy is important. 75 years is a lot of years to celebrate. We have so many great memories of our community. Please come and be a part of a new one. Even though we're in a pandemic, we get to have fun. And I really hope that everyone will come. Mark your calendars. I hope to see you there. Have a great day. Thanks.
Thanks. All right, so it's time to nominate your favorite nonprofit organization. As you know, the church likes to advocate for these nonprofits all over the Bay Area. And we have a deadline coming up. Your favorite nonprofit organization, time to nominate your favorite nonprofit organization. program. Application deadline has been extended to September 30th, and you can download an application from the home page of our website. And yeah, there it is. It's time to nominate, and as always, we have lots going on here at the center, and you're welcome to visit our website, see who we are and what we do for those of you who don't know us. It's www.oaklandcsl, that's like all one word, .org. So now we'd like to go to our mission statement, vision and mission statement. We're going to read that along with Mike's. The vision of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is to joyfully reveal the love and oneness of God. We are a welcoming and inclusive spiritual community dedicated to individual transformation and collective growth. Our purpose is to love, inspire, and serve our community and the world through education, music, prayer, and play. And so it is. So at this point in time, I'd like to turn this over to Pulpit Assistant Regina Buckwalter. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. It's so good to be here. Wow, I'm seeing that there's 84 of us live streaming right now. That's pretty awesome for a Sunday morning. I'd like to start with our readings. First reading is by Joy Lynn Hertz. Faith is not something we turn on and off. It isn't something we turn into. It is the very essence of what we are as the infinite self-knowingness of God incarnating as us. Let faith be then what it is, as us. The second reading is by Ernest Holmes. In order to have faith, we must have a conviction that all is well. In order to keep faith, we must allow nothing to enter our thought which will weaken this conviction. And so you may close your eyes or not. You may just settle in, relax, and feel the breath. The breath is that simple little connection to our faith. Faith equals breath. Faith equals presence. Faith equals calm. As we sit here feeling that simple little connection of our breath, feeling our feet, listening to the heartbeat, letting the breath empty out all thoughts, letting our minds soften, relax, and feel the calm of that central breath deep within us, knowing that God is with us always, as that simple little breath, that simple little channel is the presence of the divine, is our unification with spirit, is that illumination of God's goodness moving through our lives, no matter what the external circumstances are. We are unwavering in our faith, as that faith is the breath, is the heartbeat, is the presence of our feet anchoring us on the ground as we are nurtured by the earth. We are nurtured by that connection. We are anchored in our bodies, in that little stream, in that illuminated spirit moving through us. We are live streaming spirit 24/7, make no mistake. We are one with the divine central channel of breath, light, and love moving through us. And that is our faith. The breath brings us to the awareness of the presence of God moving through us. And that is our faith as we empty our minds of thoughts, beliefs, interruptions. Any fear that enters is immediately removed by that presence of the faith of breath, heart, feet, presence, illumination, God, love, light. That is the faith moving through us. And I speak a word from myself. I know that is absolutely true. I know that the Spirit moves through me easily and effortlessly, illuminating every single cell of my body. And it says yes to God, yes to the divine, yes to that center, yes to life, yes to love. And I am here and I am safe and I am anchored. And God is good and God moves through me easily, effortlessly. I speak a word for the service. I know that Tony will indeed inspire, anchor, deepen our sense of faith today in this moment as his words will spread out into our community, out into Oakland and beyond in this world that is erupting and challenging our faith. And the faith is indeed simple. We just reignite that center and say yes to the breath, yes to God, yes to light, yes to love. And God is good and I am anchored here no matter what the external circumstances are. I am living my faith as my faith is God and Spirit in my center. And I speak a word for everybody that has rallied behind the service, the technical support that we have, those people that are supporting our community during this time with their classes, with their Wednesday events, with their encouragement, with their emails. We have an amazing community that has rallied to support our center. And I say yes and thank you. I speak a word for the musicians that are here with us today, anchoring ourselves in prayer and music and celebration during this very special time of transformation on the planet. I just breathe in and know that I am secure, knowing that the Spirit is alive and well and moving through me, up and down, breathing, pulsating with a heartbeat. And I say yes. And I release my word into the law, celebrating, releasing, letting go, and letting God. And so it is. Amen. And I would like to introduce Lukman. Lukman Frank, thank you for coming and singing, celebrating with us on this very special day. And Kev, thank you for your accompaniment.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh, God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Holy God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Come fill our hearts up. Come fill our hearts up. sustain. Holy God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Holy God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Holy God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Holy God of our faith, you are welcome in this place. You are welcome in this place. Come fill our hearts up. Come fill our hearts up with your presence. Come fill our hearts up. Come fill our hearts up with your presence. We Lord sustain us. Sweet Lord sustain us. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come fill our hearts up. Come fill our hearts up with your presence. Come fill our hearts up. Come on and fill our hearts up with your presence. Sweet Lord, sustain. Sweet Lord, sustain us. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo, ah, mm. All right. And now for Reverend Tony. How's it going?
It is good. Thank you, Lukman and Rev Kev Choice. I keep calling you Rev Choice. Kev Choice. Good morning, family. Happy Sunday. I hope my background doesn't scare too many people, but that orange color is one of my favorites, and I am just so glad to be here with you. So as I get started, I'm excited that I get to be a continuation of the monthly theme that was set up by Reverend Jeff last week. So again, our September theme is Facing the Feelings. And my inspiration this week is skepticism, doubt, and faith. So it's going to be serious today. Reverend Jeff spoke about a poet that is dear to him, and there's a line that I want to speak to you that stuck with me all week. And Reverend Jeff shared this, and he said, "No matter how hard the world pushes against me, within me, there is something stronger, something better pushing right back." That just set me up for this week. And as the ecclesiastical team, Reverend Sally, Reverend Jeff, and Reverend Jerry, we talked about how can we again support our center? How can we again be there since we're sheltering in grace? How can we work as a team to send that love and support out to you guys? So what I was reminded this week is that when I start feeling the pressures of other people, the outside color of the sky, the unrest in the world, and the struggles with my own health, I start feeling some kind of way. I easily shift back to being a skeptic. The doubts of untruths enter my mind, and I get angry. And I remember I used to get angry, and that led me to questioning my God. And then I was losing faith, or I lose faith. So today, and again, as we talked as a spiritual support to all of you, we're going back to the basics. We're going back to the foundation of this philosophy. And I'm calling in the big guns to help me out today. And I will also finish with a gift for you to take away and use it to supply more pushback within. Peter, can you let our guest in?
This evening, I am going to talk to you about a power for good in the universe, greater than you are, greater than I am, greater than all of us. A power for good that we can use in everyday life, for everything. When the greatest teacher who ever lived said, "It is done unto you as you believe," what do you suppose he was talking about? This mastermind was talking about a spiritual power in the universe, something so close to us that it is indeed nearer than our hands and feet, closer to us than our very neck vein, as the old Talmud said. And so this power is not something we have to go in search after. It is something that is right here, close, nearer than our very breath. How then would we use a power that is so intimate? Certainly we should have to use it in an intimate way, and we would certainly have to believe that the power exists, is for us, not against us. It is willing and not reluctant. We should actually have to believe that it really is done unto us as we believe. Then we would have to believe. What is belief, anyway? These are the things I want to discuss with you tonight, how it is that we could use this power for good, greater than we are, wonderful, the thing the whole world wants more than anything else in the world, the thing that you and I have for the taking, for the asking, for the using, power that responds to us according to our convictions in it. Power that is used in our own mind, in our own thinking, right where we are. How close and how intimate such a power is, and how wonderful it is just to believe that we're going to learn how to use it. First of all,
Thank you, Ernest Holmes. That power he talked about is what keeps you, keeps me, keeps us grounded, and replaces any anger that you might have with God that affects your faith. I want to reread a definition that I brought to you before about this whole philosophy. And for some of you, it's just a reminder. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, it sort of describes this philosophy that a lot of us are in. So The Science of Mind, a philosophy of faith, a way of life by Ernest Holmes. It was written in 1926 and re-edited in 1938. And Wikipedia describes it as its purpose is a science to a new relationship between humans and God. Holmes' writing details how people can actively engage their mind in creating change throughout their lives. Explanations on how to pray, meditate, heal oneself spiritually, and find self-confidence. And expressing love led Holmes to believe religious science is a philosophy of faith, a way of life. So that way of life is truly what I'm going back to. And the connection Ernest Holmes, or that power that he was talking about, one of the key things I'm going to speak about today is using that power, and truly he was talking about God, to strengthen our faith, connect to, and use it for our good. We call it spiritual mind treatment. Peter, can you put up the slide, please? So what you see on the screen is a simple, quick version that you can use anytime, any place, to keep your mind on spirit and that God within. The power that Ernest Holmes was talking about as he first announced to the world in 1926, as he wrote, I called it the book, and somebody says, is that the Bible? No, the Science of Mind text. And this is how you, me, have access to that power. So let's look at this 5 steps a little closer. And I'm calling it a quick and down and dirty cheat sheet. And again, this is a step that you can say in the middle of the day, right before you go into a meeting, into a doctor's appointment, when you're just feeling, again, that anger that's welling up inside you. 1, we talk about recognition. God is all there is. Know it, believe it, and feel it. Unification. And as we teach in this philosophy, you are one with God. God is not separate out there or Santa Claus up in the sky on a big throne. Everyone has God within themselves. So knowing that and connect and unifying with that deep spirit, the knowing that God is within you. So this third part, realization. I accept and I embody my good, the good in the universe, the good that's the positive stuff out in the world is also yours. And that power that he talks about, Ernest Holmes, you can grab it, use it, mold it, direct it for your use. Sometimes we think about stuff, and that's okay if you need stuff, but realizing all the good stuff that you can also put within yourself as far as your health, your mind, the situation around you, you can always send that same love out to your community, to the world. The thanks part of it is you're giving thanks for your word. Your word is powerful. Your connection with that spirit and that God within is just as powerful as me, just as powerful for you. I just went to class. I just went to school for it. And you release it. And this is a section that Reverend Sally and I discovered we were reading. And if you do a treatment, as we call it, prayer, as we also call it, you got to release it. We think of it as sitting in a waiting room. So if you don't send it somewhere, it kind of hovers there. But we also put negative thoughts up into the universe and out. So this whole 5-step treatment, release it, number one, is a big thing. And as you catch yourself thinking negative things, you can do a 5-step treatment just that fast and send the positive into the universe. So that power that Ernest Holmes talked about, which is available to everyone, is available to you also. Don't be afraid. And you don't need a practitioner. You don't need a minister to do a treatment. You have that power. One of the last things I'll say about this from the class, one of the students, she said, as she watched the rest of the Ernest Holmes tape, how did I not know? How did my mother, my family didn't know about this stuff? Well, not everybody had a TV back in 1956. So again, this philosophy was available to sometimes the rich and the famous, and it was written about really over the centuries. There was always the spiritual power, and sometimes it's depicted in movies as the big bad religious man trying to be king. But those aristocrats knew that this power was very important, and it was something they tried to keep and not share to the world. So this is your gift from me today. You are to copy it. You are to write it down somewhere in your house, put it on your refrigerator. This service is recorded, so you can come back to it and repeat it and really keep yourself constantly on a track to release that anger inside. So next thing, you can do as many treatments as you want. Excuse me. We're taught that you pray or treat until you see manifestations. So if you need something specific to change and to shift, you can keep praying about it, keep sending that same thought and that positive message. Or you can just do something quick. I, for example, I used it into a meeting that we were going to have, my boss and I, with a client. And I treated before I went in there, and it was wonderful and loving. And my boss looked at me and said, "Wow, that went better than I thought." And I looked back at her and said, "Yeah, because I treated on it." So you can do this any time in any situation. I want you to take advantage of this opportunity. Also, as we say every Sunday, treat with a practitioner. Okay. Again, I want you to click on the prayer rooms. Your prayer partner, find somebody that you can do treatments together. And it can be 5 days a week. It could be twice a day, whatever feels good for you. And use a journal. Writing down treatments are just as positive as speaking it. You are consciously, introducing that treatment into the universe. So writing it down is just as important as speaking it. But I want you to continue to do it. Make it part of your daily routine. So as I close, this is the Reverend Tony week, but it's going to be a serious week of tools and love from our ecclesiastical team to really support Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. I want you to join me on Wednesday, because we're going to continue this talk about prayers, and we're going to break it down a little more, maybe talk about how we in religious science, Centers for Spiritual Living, what's the difference between our prayer and some other philosophy. So we pray not to something, we pray to the God within us. So the class tomorrow night, it's again an opportunity to get back to that basics, that foundation, truly, truly to help us through this time of shelter and grace. Reverend Sally and I are so committed to putting these classes out, and I really, really want you to join us. The last thing I want to say is, again, I'm inviting everybody, ministers, practitioners, on Wednesday. And I remember as my spiritual teacher, Reverend E, she would bring back the old church. It's going to be a good old-fashioned prayer circle. And I really would truly love, as you all, as I know, you all have a powerful voice. So where there are two or more gathered in name, there I am in the midst of them. And that comes from a quote from Jesus in Matthew 18:19 in the Bible. And sort of the new thought version of that same quote is where two or more are gathered, miracles happen. All right, and so it is. So let us go into prayer. As I, Reverend Tony Bradford, recognize the wonderful, wonderful, truly blessings that this power, this spiritual thing that Ernest Holmes spoke about. It's a love, it's a light, it's a joy, and that is the love, the light, and the joy I am using right here and right now. My mind, my heart, my words is connected with that spirit that dwells within me, that dwells within each and every one of you at the sound of my voice. We are truly recognizing today that the tools, the love, the joy, the communion, the community of Oakland Center for Spiritual Living is how we're going to get through this time of change, of shift, of rebirth. As I chatted with somebody this week, even in the soot and the smoke that we had to endure, there are minerals, there are some good stuff in that truly some areas in this Bay Area needed. Fires are part of a natural change and a shift. And I am grateful to live, to see, and to know that is happening in my universe. And that truly is a reincarnation, a blessing. And that's how I'm looking at it. And I truly know that you, the consciousness of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, is standing in that truth right here and right now. So I give thanks for my word. I give thanks for this prayer. And I give thanks for all the consciousness of everybody on this call. You are lifting and loving me. I am lifting and loving you. And that truth is helping us lift and love Oakland, San Francisco, the Bay Area, California, and the world. So let's go and pull in our family of, what was you trying to say? The partner that we have for the month where did I do with the form? I ran out of it. Oh, here it is. So it's our nonprofit for the month. I am adding that nonprofit to our prayers and our thoughts. And this is a tongue twister, sheshifts.org. Its mission is to offer counseling, financial literacy, and other support services to empower women. Please lift them up, love them, and if you can help, go and check out their website. I spoke about the planet Mother Earth. There is some things that are changing. There are some things that are part of all that we are going to, and it's a blessing for us to see and know that if we put our minds to it, we can make a difference in this universe. I'm blessing those in service that are creating a world that works for everyone. And again, as Anthony did, we're blessing our youth and our children around the world. We know those young folks that are part of the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living are truly living and loving and learning how to make a difference in the world. I want to add the love and the comfort to the healing of those impacted by the challenges, whatever the form it is. Taylor, Jacob Blake, Doretta Pouchet and family, Eric, nephew of Deb Santa Maria, Linda, sister of Bonnie Gonzalez, and mother of Sheshan Grojan. And also to all those impacted by the fires and COVID-19. So there's a lot of transitions that are going on also, and I'd like to bring comfort and love to each one of you that has someone that's made their transition. So I invite you, the congregation, to kind of lift their name up in your world, lift their name up as I continue and finish this prayer. Just know that they are always there in spirit. So I am again wrapping up this prayer, loving, joy, one mind, and I release it into the activity of the love and law, letting go, letting God, and please say with me, Ashe, Amen, and so it is. So Peter, can you put up the donation slide? Oh no, I'm sorry. We're going to hear from Reverend Jeff.
Tony, I can't play that. I can't play that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And Reverend Jeff will pop up sometime this week. And we're going to go right to the donation of the offering slide. Thank you, Peter. So offering and donations. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to support where you're feeling fed. In the Oakland Center for Spiritual Living, as we all talk about, there's some magnificent things leading up to the next 75 years, and it couldn't happen without your support. So there's a donation button on our website for all of those of you who are joining us for the first time. You can click directly on it, and it goes right to source to help you send a donation directly to us. Thank you, Peter. And then I'll go back to the affirmation. So think of that tithing, that abundance that we know we are. And let's read together our affirmation. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies this offering. It blesses all that I have, all that I am, and all that I circulate. Thank you, love, as me, and so it is. So again, our Oakland Center for Spiritual Living website will have all the information, especially around tithing, the classes, getting in touch with Constance. And now I am going to bring back Regina. And Regina, thank you for setting us up. That was wonderful. I was very happy, and you grounded me in love.
Thank you, Tony. And really give thanks and great gratitude for your simple message of our prayer treatment, so clearly defined, easy reminder, just during this time when we're really needing to deep dive into our faith and know that God is all there is, and we are absolutely aligned with that presence always, always, always. Thank you, Kev and Lukemont. It's always wonderful to hear your music, and it's also fabulous to feel and hear the sound system working infinitely better, and your music comes in so clearly, and it just uninterrupted. And wow, what a great staff we have in production, and I really, really appreciate it. Wow, it takes a lot to do these little Zoom things, and I appreciate that our community can come around and do this and have so many people live streaming out there. Also, I want to say that Reverend Sally is hosting the prayer room today, and practitioners will be available in this wonderful little arrangement called meeting rooms, where we have our little privacy and can experience a prayer by the practitioners at Oakland Center for Spiritual Living. You can also go to oaklandcsl.org and get prayers from practitioners. There's link ups, there's ways of doing this throughout the week. I have been so blessed by people calling me, and it always feels good to be tuned in and support our community during this time. There's also the prayer ministry that supports folks on Mondays. They pray people up. We love to pray, and this is a very challenging time to be reminded that we are one with God, and we are here to help you out. So the closing affirmation is indeed, I live in the faith that there is a presence and power greater than I am that nurtures and supports me in ways I could not even imagine. And so it is. Now it's time for another wonderful inspiration. Yes?
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I have Reverend Jeff's video if we want to watch it now.
Okay, that's great. Awesome. We'll go for it. And then Kev will play right after Reverend Jeff. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I am here to tell you that just this morning I discovered yet another hidden belief, still hanging around in my heart and mind. And that belief is this: I'm supposed to figure out solutions for all of the headlines, for all that we as a species are going through. A friend sent me an article on money and national debt a couple of weeks ago and how that all works. And I have to tell you that by about halfway through this article, my brain said, you know what? This is not helping. This is not helping me personally. There is no shortage of information and data, certainly in our world today, but that's not what I, in my heart and soul, was looking for. And I'm thinking this month that maybe it's not really what I'm looking for. I thought that it was. I thought I could find my happiness in the data, maybe not so much. But I realized that I was disappointed in myself when I cannot come up with a suitable solution to things like racial equality and wealth distribution and environmental stewardship and global warming, climate change. It's no wonder we're a little bit stressed out. And part of the reason for my fatigue is my brain working really hard to figure things out, the world's issues. And when I find myself in a position of not, there's a part of me that wants to work harder still. Something saying, if I could just figure this out, and here's the belief, here's the hook. If I could just figure this out, maybe then I could be peaceful and joyful and at ease. If only this would happen, then I woulda, coulda, shoulda be happy. How many times do I have to learn that lesson? Recognizing the challenge of being peaceful and at ease, given all that's going on in our world. I do know, and this is where the whole thing led me, towards what I do know, that God is all there is. And love is the greatest power. And life is creative, and it rises to meet my footsteps every time as I take them. Therefore, I am accompanied in every moment, which allows me to set down my mental burden and turn in faith towards the nature of creation itself. What I do know: oneness, wellness, inclusivity. I turn towards the mind and the heart of God. And I intuitively know that thinking alone is incomplete. I was just reminded of that. It was a good reminder this week that my feelings and emotions, my heart is every bit as important, if not more so. Honestly, I trust my heart more than my head in most cases, and in order to cultivate that relationship with my feeling, with my embodied divinity and the language of that embodied divinity. I commit to learning more of that language, of feeling the language of God this month. You probably have something in your own bookshelf right now that can contribute something to your own inquiry if you decide to lean into that a little bit this month. I've been reading through a book called, I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. It's called Permission to Feel, Unlocking the Power of Emotions to Help Our Kids, Ourselves, and Our Society Thrive. Haven't read the whole book. I've read a few chapters of it. I like some of it. I don't like all of it. We're not usually hook, line, and sinker people. But my point is not to find the answers. My point is to find better questions for myself. My point is to do my part of this inquiry. I know that the universe rises to meet my steps as I take them. So as I step towards this desire in my heart and soul to cultivate my relationship with my own healing, the universe says yes. So if you're feeling a little worn out by all this going on, I offer you this by Dr. Holmes. We may meet many difficulties, he says, uncertainties and doubts, barriers, walling our passage. Do not be discouraged and so confronted. The stream will ever widen, the barriers will gradually disappear. That we walk through the plains and valleys of indecision, doubt, the stream will carry us back to the ocean of our being. There is only one life, and that life is God's life, and somehow in the scheme of things, that life is perfect, divine life, sacred, holy. It's my life, and it's your life right now. How are you feeling? That's your question of the week. How am I feeling right now? It's not about the answer, it's about asking the question. It's okay. Get used to it. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other this week. Blessed be.
So Reverend Jeff always loves to be followed by the musicians. So now it goes back to Kev and Luke.
Hey. How's everybody? We're gonna do a little something different. My destiny has been fulfilled by you, oh God. My search is over, and I rest in thee. Every path has led to this moment. Every step I have taken has led me to this higher place. Everything I have ever done has served me to see God's holy face. My destiny has been fulfilled by you, oh God. My search is over, and I rest in thee. Past lives, they make no difference. Future lives, they don't concern me. My future and my past are rolled into this moment. In God is eternal. My life in God is eternal, and I am free forevermore. My search is over, and I rest in thee. I rest in thee. I I rest in thee. I rest in thee. Oh, something in me knew this all along. And my life is a melody of God's freedom song. And as this song is sung by the heavenly host, I rest in thee. I rest in thee. I rest in thee. Something in me knew this all along. My life is a melody of God's freedom song. And as this song is sung by the heavenly host, I rest in me. I rest in thee. I rest in thee. I rest in thee. I rest. Oh, rest in thee. Funny and our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Yeah, blessed always, for the arms of God surrounds us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Oh. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you, Lukman and Kev Choice. Everyone can turn on their videos, say hey to each other. And then I'll give the practitioners a couple minutes and I'll open up the prayer room. But say hey.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hi, Reverend Jeff. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Robert, Tony,
Hi, Alice.
Reverend Jeff.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, Andy. Hi, Constance.
Barbara.
Hi,
Margot.
Hey, Mickey.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hey,
Constance.
Laura.
Margot.
Go by the Golden Gate.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Sam. Hi, Regina.
Honey, love your hair. Look at your hair. Liza.
Hi, Liza.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I like your hair, Liza.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I just tied it back.
Bonnie. Aaron,
It's driving me
Bob.
crazy. Hi, Sam. Hi, Bonnie.
Mary.
Hey,
In the green aisle. Wow.
All right.
Mickey.
Sam.
Hi, Vicky.
Robert.
Bonnie.
Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Hi,
Oh,
Hi, Elena.
my Bonnie lies over the ocean. Yay!
Yay!
Finally.
I love you. Oh, Bonnie, I miss you.
Hi, Elena.
Hi. I'm gonna let the
Hi, Wednesday.
Hi,
Judith.
All right. Have a good week, everybody.
All right.
Yeah,
Those
have a
of
good
you who are
week.
left, you know your team.
Hi to
Raise
Ruby.
your hand if you'd like
So wonderful to see all your faces.
I know, everybody's beautiful. I saw you.
All looking
Hi,
beautiful.
Reverend Tony, Reverend Jeff. This is Rita.
Thank you, Reverend Tony.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Hi, Chico.
Hi.
Hi, Judith.
Hey, Maggie.
Hey, there's Tito.
Hi.
Hi. Great service. Wonderful service.
Great service, Reverend Tony.
Nice to see everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
God time. Here, Laura, this is for you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Hello. Hello.
See you again.
Woof, woof, woof.
Your hand up.
All right, I'm starting to send folks to the prayer
I
room.
don't know. She just,
Hey, Bonnie, you got a brogue yet? Can we hear your Irish brogue?
oh, I haven't got that yet. Not yet. Give me at least 5 more days, okay? I'll have it down.
Amazon.
All right.
Amazon.
Sally, I would like to go to prayer. Sally.
Hey, Bonnie, who's that handsome guy behind you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I better take a look. Maybe.
Hey. Hi, Tito.
It's Mr. Bunny.
Yeah, I'm missing my opportunity
Who else
left.
do I see with their hands up?
Oh,
Enjoy.
There we go.
Oh, how good. How good. Just one happy.
how
Nice to
sweet
see
it
you
is.
all.
How sweet it is.
How sweet it is.
Loved
Oh
by
my
so
God, the honeymooners.
Miss Bonnie, I see your hand up.
Yeah.
What was the theme song?
Along
to
with
that
Sam
show?
and Tanya and some
Go.
other groups. I'm in good company.
Honeymooners theme song.
All right, so I have got the prayer rooms currently booked up.
And Sally, I would like prayer. This is Judith.
Okay, Judith.
And Margaret has her hand
You're
up.
gonna have to hang out with me
Okay.
until we get open prayer rooms.
Sorry, I put my hand up late, Sally.
Okay, we'll get you in there. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome. I think it's good for everyone. Yeah, there we go. So how is it? Maggie, I can see that your hand is up. So yeah, you don't have to hold it up too long. I can't hear you, but I can see that your hand is up. And Tanya, I can see your hands up too. Things
If I only had a brain.
Who's whistling? That's great.
Jeff.
Jeff is whistling.
And skipping down the yellow brick road.
Yeah, thanks for your message there, Jeff.
If I only had a brain. Yeah, well, yeah, it was kind of, we were kind of out of whack there a little bit. But yeah, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Good to know we don't have to have all the answers, right?
Oh, is that what I said? Oh, that's great.
That's what I do.
I knew there
I'm
was
gonna just
something.
sit in the questions.
I knew there was something good in there somewhere.
I see Miss Jessie. Is that Miss Jessie?
Jessie,
I don't hear you, but I see you. Hold on. Let me see if I can get you unmuted. Now that I see Jan is really Jessie.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what we can do.
Jessie, that's Peggy.
Yeah, it's not unmuting for some reason.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah, you try, Peggy. Thank you.
Sally, I think I'll just call someone later.
Okay, that's
Because
good.
I'm sitting outside in smoky air and I want to get back inside.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. Thanks,
Okay.
Judy.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm out too, Sally. Have a good
All
day.
right, Rev Jeff, have a good one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys
Okay.
all have a good day.
Okay. Bye, Jeff. Bye, Sally. I'm gonna go too. Gotta
All
run.
right, thanks, Peggy.
All
Bye.
right. You're welcome.
All right, we're still doing good here. I guess we could stop the recording, huh? We don't need the recording right now.